Hello, guys. Thank you for waiting. I was trying to run around and fix some technical things with people in the stream today. Let's see who's here. Loretta, hello. Coffee, hello. Devil Dog, hello. Grateful Preps NJ, hello. We'll give it just a minute for some people to come up. You guys, I have to warn you right now, you will probably hear kittens. I had to bring the kittens up in the room with me, so you will probably hear them and you might see them. I want to thank every single person that has donated towards getting these kittens. I have an appointment for them on the 23rd to get them dewormed and get health checks. And then I will set up their appointments to get their vaccines. They won't be old enough to get vaccines yet, but they are going to get those things done. And I want to thank each one of you that have sent both Venmo and PayPal, 2 different ways to help me get these checks for these kittens that were abandoned and have been with us. So I've got a kitten climbing up my leg. All right. So without further ado, wait, I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on. I have a kitten that went up my pants. I'm sorry. Hold on. Actually, let me bring up my guest and I'll let him tell you what's going on. 1 second. Hold on. Oh, hey, Verno.
You got a cougar.
He went up my pants leg. I thought he was just
Of
on the
course
back
he
of my
did.
leg. He's in my pants. Hold on.
That's outstanding.
You guys, I've
He's
also
a
got my
ninja.
husband coming in. He's not going to have his camera. You guys know I'm at Marco. I'm bringing him up too because he's going to have more technical information to be able to ask, as where I'm not the technical person to that level. But I'm going to bring him up and I'm going to let you guys talk. Verno, I'm going to let you tell them about yourself while I get this kitten out from inside of my pants. So hold on, guys. All right, it's all yours.
The cat thing is hilarious. Hey, Marco, can you hear me? See me?
Yep. You're good to go.
What is that face? I don't see your face. What is that? What is that? Spam?
It can
Spammo.
spammo.
Oh man, we're on Hawaii, burning it down. I love it. I love
Can
it.
everybody in the chat hear us okay?
Well, it's Saturday night. It's a party night. Netflix.
For us old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Apparently.
Verno has been a friend of mine and Marco's for a really, really long time. Verno, thank you, Loretta. I appreciate it. Hi, RP. Verno does tactical classes and CWP classes and all sorts of different classes for firearms. And if you guys are coming to the meetup, Verno is actually the friend that I said is going to come and teach y'all some classes and give you some information, answer any questions. So, Verno, do you want to tell them about yourself?
Yeah, just really skinny quick. I've been in the Army since '89. I got out in '13. Department of Homeland Security, Counter Drug Casting Force for the governor, Government Training Institute, other various agencies. But that's just the skinny quick. I'm constantly contracting and doing security work for like a tier 2 level, and that's basically it in a nutshell. And so as for guns, my passion for guns, that started as early as 1975. When I was 5, I liked rubber band guns. And it progressed to BB guns, shooting Army men with rubber bands, and the marble throwing. And then from there, it just progressed into model rocketry, you name it. Anything that flies, I'm all about it. And in the Army, talk about flying. I was in a Black Hawk unit, Chinooks, and had a good time as a door gunner, as a crew chief, and all these other things that a pilot doesn't do. But that's about it.
You want to tell them about your business that you do run here?
Yeah, about my business, it's infernotacticalgroup.com. You can see the most common sellers that I teach. It gets more progressed with Government Training Institute. .org, and you can see all the classes we sell for military and police. And we do everything from Op 4, fighting against Delta, Rangers, MSRT, Coast Guard, you name it. We gunfight all the time, make them worth their while. So I gunfight all the time as a life, and it's a lot of fun. Simunitions. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Verno is actually who I myself took the CWP classes with. And he makes it fun, you guys. It's not intimidating. I know a lot of classes out there, they can be very intimidating, but Verno's very patient. He puts some humor into a lot of it. He's got a sense of humor like we do. So he's got some sarcasm and some quick wits. And it's just a lot of fun. So if you guys do have any questions, please do put them in the chat. RP, thank you for posting those links. I appreciate it. Ask me the questions. I tried to post the Q&A, you guys, but I guess YouTube took that away. So I'm going to do my best to try to pay attention to the questions in the chat. If I miss a question, just keep posting it until I see it and put it in all caps so that I can see it. And I'm going to follow along the best that I can. So Verno, when you are going with us to Virginia, what do you plan on doing up there with my awesome YouTube family?
Well, it's real easy. I plan on getting there early so I can enjoy the place first. And then from there, we're going to go over 2 types of weapons, maybe 3. Primarily the AR-15 platform and a Glock and a revolver. We're going to be shooting low power with a 22 long rifle ammo. So I'll bring a whole big box of 22 we can burn up. We'll just have a lot of fun. I'll be going to be looking at weapon safety first, handling of the weapon, and just hitting your target. So we're going to, make a big deal of who is the top shot, who's handling it safe, and that's basically it. We're just going to have a shooting good time, and just shoot, and shoot. That's the only way you get better, and then you'll be really comfortable with the mechanics of the gun. And with that being said, that's when the fun happens, when you just got everything flowing like Bruce Lee, just like water. Everything's flowing the way it needs to be. And we're just going to shoot and just keep shooting.
So Verno, are we going to be
have
shooting
2 stations. There'll be a A and B station shooting. So brass is just constantly, and it's low power. So it's not going to, shake the earth like me bringing my Barrett 50 cal. Or any other high-powered weapons. So I'm just looking at safety, making sure we're hitting the target. Because if you were to ever get into a gunfight, by the time you realize what's going on, you're already more than halfway dead. The most important thing is always working on your draw and making sure you know how to load your weapon. Because if you can't load your weapon, you can't gunfight. You're just standing there. So you got to move and shoot. As soon as you hear a gunfire, you either drop to the ground or you run like a roach when you turn on that kitchen light at night. Okay, that's the only way you're gonna make it. You might not have time to reload, so you might have to use your empty. You have to use your gun as a hatchet. It works just as good. Kimosabi.
Verno, you can't hear.
The which one?
Did you see the comment on there?
Uncle boy.
That's Baron.
Oh, that's outstanding. How you doing, my man? It's Saturday night. That's a party night.
Oh,
hello,
did you guys?
JD. Hello, Indy.
Did you guys see Love and Life's comment?
11 Life.
Yeah,
I had it up on the screen.
Oh, 11 Life. Yes. We are coming from New York City. Oh, wow. Yeah, are we allowed to bring our weapons? Yes. Just make sure it's holstered. I guess what we need to do is, if you're going to walk around like a cowboy, just keep it unloaded. Don't keep one in the head for this round. I don't know. What do you think about that, Christy?
Most of us that go to meetups, Love and Life, we all carry, because there are strangers there and there are people that don't know each other, and this is our first time meeting each other. So for safety purposes, we do carry. Probably 99% of us will be carrying, but we will have them concealed. So we are not going to open carry, most of us. I actually have never been to a meetup where they open carry, but we do carry them concealed. All
right. So we are total ninja. We are armed up, total ninja. That is the rules that we're gonna stick to. Clarify.
Hey, awesome. I'm trying to catch some of these comments as they're going. They're going a little bit fast. You guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and share this out so that you guys know notifications don't go out. So please share it out, because then it'll kick the notifications. And the people that are going to this meetup, it's very important for them to get into this live stream to be able to talk to Verno and ask him questions, because Verno is going to be at the meetup. If you could, please. So Verno, what's if somebody is coming there to the meetup that has not handled a gun before, what would you say? What's information that you would give them, or tips that you would give them?
Well, this is a big benefit, because I'm going to make you a sniper with any gun with a trigger. So that's going to be one of the big benefits. I'm going to treat you right, train you right, and just like everything else, when I build you up, you're going to be shooting hole in hole. It's perfect math. Front sight, rear sight aperture, and learn how to pull the trigger without dropping your front and rear sight. This is called the relationship. Say it, the relationship. So your front and rear sight is everything. This is perfect math. So whenever you pull the trigger, don't drop. Don't drop. Notice the front sight and rear sight aperture. That's what you want right there. I'm having a hard time, but that's what you want. Everyone try it. Put your finger up. That's your front sight, and then your rabbit ears in the back. You don't put the rabbit ears. You're shooting yourself if you're doing this. You put it in the rear. Right there, baby. Yeah, I'll see. There you go. Front sight, rear sight. That's perfect math. This is called the relationship. Say the relationship. The relationship. See?
The relationship.
That's it. Front and rear sight, perfect math. We're going to pull that trigger straight back. You're not going to hold your breath, and you're just going to continue that shot, and it's going to hit hole in hole every time. Don't worry about the bang in which you're going to push the gun forward, especially with a handgun. Just straight back. You never want to be like a kid when we were kids and going bang, 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 imitate blowback. Never imitate blowback. If I'm firing, it's bang, 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 bang. No movement whatsoever. And we're going to see if we can get that accomplished this weekend. Yes, sir. What other questions you got for me?
That was actually one thing, Verno, that I struggled, that I had to learn to stop doing, was holding my breath. I was a breath holder.
Yeah. Yeah, you never want to hold your breath when you fire a gun. Just like if you're a diver, rule number one, you never hold your breath. So it's the same thing with firing a gun. You just continuously breathe, because holding your breath is not normal. Okay, it's not normal. So, like once you said, I was talking about the grip. If you want to ball up your fist with your trigger finger extended, we'll go over the 4 cardinal rules of safety in a little bit. When you're holding your handgun, there's 2 types of grip. So we're going to focus on one grip right now, and it's called a teacup. It's old school, back in the 90s. And you just want to catch the ball. Catch the ball like a baseball. Okay? And then just bring it forward. Okay? Catch the ball. Okay? Not which are like up here with the pressure. No, I want it down here, like roots of a tree. Okay? Catch the ball. It looks very aggressive and dominant when you do that. Okay? It looks very aggressive. So we're going to focus on that one grip. Grip 2 is a little more complex. That requires holding a gun for me to show you. And I'll teach you that in the field once we master grip 1 first. Okay? And I'm telling you, ladies are going to be my best shooters. I'll put all my money down on it, because whenever I teach women, they just get it for some reason. And I've been teaching CWP classes since 2005. And my women shooters, man, they're snipers. And I'm going to, that's the goal for the week when we meet up. Yes, sir.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Teresa. Did I miss anyone? I got people still popping in. I saw someone else, but I missed who it was. Tracy. Hello, Tracy. I knew I saw somebody else. Do you want to go over your hold on, let me get there.
Oh, the 4 cardinal rules of safety? Oh, definitely.
Bam!
Yep.
That.
Yeah. All right, so if you look at the screen below over here, you see these letters LMTT. Okay, LMTT. And so NRA has the 4 cardinal rules of gun safety. So everyone carrying guns in the field, L means loaded gun. You treat every gun as if it were loaded. So L is loaded gun. Okay, the next one is M, which is muzzle control. Muzzle's where the bullet exits. So never look into the barrel, okay, if the gun doesn't fire, or you don't do like this with your hand, with your gun like that. No, you point the gun in a safe direction. Just point it to the ground at an angle, okay? So that's M, muzzle control. Don't aim it at me subconsciously. Don't aim it at your guts or your toes. Just be aware of where your muzzle is aiming, okay? The next letter is T. When you pick up your gun, your trigger finger should be extended, okay? Your trigger finger is extended. A lot of people, new people, they pick up their gun and they just grab it like that with their finger on the trigger. That's an absolute no-no. You don't do that. Always remember your trigger finger is extended when you pick up your gun, okay? And the last T is target and beyond. Make sure of your target and what's beyond your target. That's very important. A lot of people in the streets, they just spray and pray at your target. You're responsible for every round, okay? So those who have the concealed weapons permit, that was reviewed. Hopefully it was reviewed. And those are the 4 cardinal rules of gun safety based off the NRA, which is the National Rifle Association. And I'm a lifetime member with those guys and instructor. Yes, sir. A lot of information. So what's LMTT mean? What's L? Loaded gun. Good. What's M? Muzzle control. What's T? Trigger finger extended. And what's the other T? Target and beyond. Those are the 4 cardinal rules of gun safety. You being a gun owner, you should know that.
How many classes you teach a week, Verno?
I average about 30 people a week, whether it being 1 class a week or 3 classes a week. And it's not just CWP classes. I teach like a carbine. I teach edge weapons, fighting with knives, martial arts. I basically about 30 people a week is what I average. And I've been teaching since 2005.
Can you share a couple of the stories of some people that have come in clueless without giving their names?
Well, whenever people are coming in and they're clueless and they're timid, I can feel their vibe, and so I put them right in the front chair, and I pick on them the most as far as catering to their question. I look at their eyes, and I make sure that it's absorbing the material properly. Okay, because rule number 1, a firearms instructor will make sure the student is comfortable and is getting the material. Because there's no mistakes with gun handling. None. 0. So I take pride and a lot of passion when I teach my students how to do it right the first time. So a first-time shooter, that's the biggest challenge for me as far as making sure they understand what I'm telling them, and is the most rewarding when they're shooting hole in hole at the end of the day. And they're just really excited to get their guns and shoot a perfect score with any gun at any distance. A gun, a handgun, all handguns, believe it or not, will shoot 100 yards based off your front sight and rear sight, as long as you could pull your trigger without disturbing the relationship. Okay? Remember I said that. Otherwise, we'll be grouping like this, literally a dime, if we follow the correct technique.
Yeah. Do you still do the final test the same way you did when I did mine?
Oh, all the time.
You want to share that?
Believe it or not, I do a lot of kids' birthdays. They get a big bang out of it, obviously. It's like they get to test, shoot a revolver. They get to shoot Glocks. They shoot the AR-15, the AK-47, 12-gauge shotgun. They get to shoot a sniper rifle, a bolt-action rifle, and if they pay extra, then they get to shoot the Barrett 50 cal. But we're in the outside doing that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fun.
So what's your
and time goes fast. It goes really fast.
What did you make me do to pass the test to get my CWP?
Oh, well, what did I do with you?
Yeah.
Shoot, you're a natural shooter. You should see her on the range when we're doing like these tactical movements. Christy can rock it out. She rocks it like a boss. Man, I should have some video of that. I need to play it, and you'll just see the control that Christy has. Marco is the same. He's the Army veteran, and the son of Marco, he's phenomenal too. He's a beast. He's a beast with a gun. Total control with the gun. Total control with the mechanics, and we're just working on tactics more than how do you work the gun. Okay, and so that's what I want to emphasize. Let's learn the mechanics of the gun so we can have fun and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot. Doesn't that sound fun? Yes, sir, it does. It sounds like a lot of fun. That way I can just sit back and enjoy the 2 lanes that it's going to be firing. And once you got that going, then I'll have 4 lanes. You'll have 2 handguns and 2 rifles going off. And it's not loud. It's a 22. So I wonder if we could shoot steel over there, but
I can find out.
Yeah, because I have steel targets. You'll hear it ping every time we hit it. I got 2 of them. We'll put them at various distances. Yeah.
Wolf, if you shoot my cup of coffee, then you're going to be hung up as the target. Tracy's asking, what do you think of the Taurus G3C? Just looking for options.
Well, with a handgun, well, all guns are good guns. Okay, you can imagine if you're a gun manufacturer, the process of just getting your gun out there and then proving it that it's combat effective in the field. The main thing is, let's talk about myelin. Myelin is this juice in your brain in which after 10,000 hours of high repetition, okay, that myelin turns into nerves. And that nerves is your fine motor skills. So after 10,000 hours of doing something competitive, repetitious, it's almost like muscle memory, but it's actually nerves shooting to your fine motor skills, and you'll be super comfortable and worry more about tactics than anything else.
So if she's looking at getting one of those for one of her first guns, can you not hear me? Do I need to turn it up?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Is that better?
Oh, much better. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I had to turn down a little bit. If she's looking at getting this as one of her first guns, what's your opinion on it being a first or second gun for somebody that's just
any gun? Like I said, any gun is fine. You just got to put the 10,000 hours of work with it. Just like if you're taking martial arts, your white belt, that's about 10,000 hours by the time you hit yellow. Okay. Or just like boot camp, that's about 10,000 hours. So you have to put in the work with your tools that you buy. Otherwise, you're not going to be ready for when it's time to dance out there. Okay. And like I said, by the time you realize what's going on, you're more than halfway dead. For an example, pop, pop, pop. What is that? Party favors? Is that carpentry? You're still standing there. You didn't even draw your gun yet. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You got to be head on a swivel. When you hear that pop, you better start moving or drop to the ground. Okay, our society's already groomed for that, and hopefully, you got that natural, natural instincts to move. Just like when you turn on the light in the kitchen, the roach that runs in front of your face, he's a survivor. He's a good candidate to be a soldier. Yes, sir. I love the roach. So if you turn on the light and the roach scares you, that's an example. You're not ready. That's an example.
Love and
Yeah.
Life is asking about a P365 SIG.
Man, anything SIG, that's premium, man. That's a tier weapon. Anything SIG, that's combat proven weapons. And that's a good piece. And if it fits your hand and you put that 10,000 hours, man, I'd hate to fight gunfight against you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And some people want to know, Verno, what kind of gun do you carry? You won't believe this, but I carry a 5-shot revolver with a laser. It's a Smith & Wesson Air Weight 38 Special Plus P. A lot of people don't know what a 38 Special Plus P ammunition is. So anytime you buy some ammo, and on the box it says 38 Special Plus P or 9mm Plus P or 45 Auto Plus P. Plus P means plus pressure. Okay, that means the gunpowder in there is more potent and will have more bang. Okay, so if your gun is not rated for Plus P ammunition, you're going to blow that gun up in your hand. Okay, and you're going to get peppered in your face and your hands, and you're going to constantly drop your gun when you fire because you're going to be expecting that explosion. It's going to be hard to get past that again, but eventually you will. But so anything Plus P ammunition or Plus PP or plus P, that's double pressure. And it should say on the barrel, like if you have a gun, like a revolver, it'll say 38 Special, or it might be engraved 38 Special Plus P. So if you see Plus P, you can buy Plus P 38 Special ammo. Yes, sir.
I'm following comments. Well, I'm trying to follow these comments too. Hi, Dan. I just saw you pop in. Pete actually does competitive shooting. He's one of my moderators in here. He's actually handling quite a bit of business in the chat while Marco's in here with us.
Yeah.
But Pete said that his gym bag is a 38 Smith & Wesson, stays in his bag while he's working out and super effective at close range.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he's operator level. I mean, guys that are competitors, they're more than ready for any job or any task or any scenario that pops up. So I applaud guys like that are out there that are willing to sacrifice themselves to clean up the dirt that's out there, because there's a lot of evil that's out there. It's a godless country now, and we need more guys like him that put in the work with gunfighting. So yeah, I'm already liking this man.
Yeah, Pete, I actually posted the StreamYard link in the chat when you popped in case you wanted to come up, since you are a competitive shooter. If you wanted to chat with Verno as well, I pinned that for you if you want to come up. I'm watching the chat too, so if you do want to, I'm more than happy to keep an eye on the chat while you all converse. Teresa asked, Kimber Micro, you guys, let me tell you, the reason why Verno's not seeing some of your comments is because he's on his phone, so he can't see the comments. And then this is also Verno's first live stream with somebody. So he's because he's new to this, that's why we're trying to roll the way we are. So thank you guys for posting those questions and being patient with him and with me having to read these comments. So Teresa said Kimber Micro 9mm versus SIG P365 9mm. She's asking.
I personally like that Kimber Micro. I have a Kimber Ultra Carry 2, which is the 45 ACP 7-shot. But those micro guns, the smaller the gun, the more professional you need to be with a gun, because you're dealing with a barrel no bigger than this. So your front and rear sight needs to be perfect every time, meaning you're not dropping your front and rear sight when you shoot. You need to be having a good grip and just death gripping that gun. That way you're just creating a perfect straight line. And them small guns, I'm telling you, you really got to be good with your basics compared to a large handgun, which will be equivalent to a large kindergarten pencil. Do you understand what I just said? So a large kindergarten pencil is easy to write with as well as shooting. And that's what's up. So if you're using a small gun, I hope you practice a lot, because the gun has a lot of tight tolerances, and you might be shooting high the whole time, just like a revolver. You're going to be shooting high the whole time if you're not putting the hours and the work in.
Mhm. So Verno, this is Pete. This is Roaming Prepper. He's
Hey,
the
Verno,
competitive
what's going
shooter.
on,
Hey, what's
brother?
up, Pete? Saturday night. It's a party night.
I'm telling you, my party stayed at home tonight. I got the bottle of Blanton somewhere back here. There.
Very good whiskey, man. I love
Oh
it.
man, I love a good bourbon. But you know, to answer that question, so my wife totally red pilled herself years ago, and so she's
Yeah.
got a Sig 365.
Pete,
Hey, can you
before
hear
you
me?
get too far, can you turn your microphone up just a little bit?
Yeah, can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
better.
you're 10
Thank
4.
you.
Okay. Hold on. How about now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Lima
Too many
Charlie.
buttons. So my wife has the I think it was Teresa, the Kimber Micro 9 and the Sig 365. And we took them all out and we shot them side by side because she's got a little collection of bougie pistols.
Sure.
And hands down, she loves the Sig. The Kimber can be very snappy, and she actually had them swap the trigger mechanism when they Cerakoted hers. And it's smoother, but it's very snappy.
Yeah.
And even with me shooting it, it's so small you can't get the meat of your hands. You can't get that two-handed, you know what I mean? And you're kind of
Oh, I
aiming
know
with your
what you mean.
thumbs, and
Yeah.
it's itty bitty, and it feels it's super accurate. And it's small because it's a single stack. It's
Right.
really a little 1911. But if you're gonna go with a carry, that 365, she's got the XL. It's what, a 12 round standard, and she's got a
Mm-hmm.
15 as her spare. And that's just, it's a great little piece.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, all these tools, whatever you feel natural with, you put that 10,000 hours and you figure out the right grip that works for you. Whether, like, every time I shoot small guns, I'm doing the old school teacup. And that way I can just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and just death grip that thing like a
Yeah.
vice grip. And I'm shooting hole and hole every time. But
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's a large frame gun, you know, I'm going with the, you know,
Yeah.
2 thumbs. Yeah.
My VP9, that's how I shoot them, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, HK is
that's a
badass, man.
that's a full frame
Yeah.
pistola. So
Like I said, it's like a big kindergarten pencil, and it can take a beating too, man. A lot of dirt and mud, it'll spit it out, man. Because I do a lot of maritime operation stuff, and the bigger the gun, it'll spit out the dirt. And compared to that small stuff, man,
Yeah.
you can't even take the slide out or rip it. So
oh
I
no,
like
for
big
sure.
guns, you know.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
Teresa
well,
said that she has tiny hands and the Kimber fits better. If you
Oh,
have
yeah.
small hands, you can also look at the Bursa conceal size.
mhm.
Those are really, really good for small hands. And they are 380s. So if you are looking for a smaller size gun for us females that have smaller hands, I highly suggest you go try it. The other thing too is I saw a comment, I think it was either Joe or Dan had told one of the ladies that if it doesn't feel comfortable to you, you're not going to carry it.
Absolutely.
So you should definitely go to shooting ranges. Most shooting ranges have a plethora of different
both
guns
great.
that you can try. Highly suggest you try different ones out. You may surprise yourself. One may not look like it will feel comfortable, but you may try it and it may feel like it is a part of your body. So definitely go try them out before you just buy one. Just because you're holding it in the store doesn't mean you're going to be comfortable shooting it. So you need to try these at the shooting range. Rent a gun, rent a couple guns. They'll let you try them. Let them know that you are considering purchasing a new firearm or one of the firearms that you want to try, and just test it out. They'll let you for a fee, I'm sure, because it's a shooting range, but do that first before you just go buy a gun.
Or ask your
Yeah.
friends if your friends have, a few different pistols. You could have them just borrow it if that's not a problem in your state, and just try a few side by side. If it's a good range, the range master will come out. If you say, hey, I'm trying these new pistols, I'm not familiar with them, they'll come out and put eyes on you and kind of counsel you a
Mhm.
little bit. And pretty quickly, you're going to figure out which ones are are yours. It's your fit, and which isn't. And it'll come to you quick. Like Glocks are great pistols. They feel so weird to me.
I don't like
Every
them.
time I pick one up, it's just strange because I'm aiming. That angle is so weird. I'm sure Verno knows what I'm talking about. If you go from like an HK to a Glock, it's two totally different feels. And you're sitting there, it's like this is a Lego Stormtrooper gun, and I I battled the thing.
You know, my experience with military, we're issued weapons and we're going to fight with them. So we had to, within a mad minute, we're going to master this gun and we're going to fight to the death with these guns. So we just learn how to adapt whatever weapon gets issued to you, whether you're doing law enforcement, military, you're going to be issued a weapon. But you as a civilian, you get to, you know, take liberty and figure out which gun works best for you. So do the work. Get the gun that works for you. Remember, gunfighting is a real thing. This is a life and death game we're playing with. So do your homework and make the investment, okay? Stop, you know, invest in that money and see it as an heirloom to your kid, okay? So when you buy a gun, buy the gun right the first time, and you'll be done with guns. You'll be done with guns. I know when you go to the gun shops, they're always going to push you to buy a Glock. Okay, that's what they do because they're simple, safe, and reliable. They're always on the newspaper. A lot of police agencies use it. Same with federal, and they run like an AK. I kid you not. But if you want to just get a Glock. But there's so many different brands that are out there, and you have total liberty to do your homework and try them out. Because you're not in the military or police, and you're forced to learn these guns to be in action. So,
yeah, and you'll find out very quickly. I've had, when I first started getting into shooting, I bought one of the Smith & Wessons. It was a 909. I mean, a Smith & Wesson, right?
Right.
And if you drop the mag, the round in the chamber would come halfway out and stovepipe internally.
Right.
I had so many battles with it. I had it come apart on me on the range while I was firing. I'm like, nope, I fixed it and I sold it. It was gone. I bought an HK and I've been a fan ever since.
Yeah, you're done. It's done.
Yeah, you get one bad brand, but I was fortunate I didn't have an out of battery and knock myself out on the range. You know, it's worth the extra dollars and time.
Yeah.
But a good range, you'll have some guns to rent and you just try them. And you know, and then tell them, hey, I want to try all these things. It'll, I mean, as Verno pointed out, you'll know really quickly. You'll shoot one and go, oh hell no, and that's it, you're done. And you'll know.
Yeah, be honest with yourself. It's like, and I can't gunfight with this. There's no way. And be real world about it. See, if you know you're gonna suck at battle with it, don't use it, man. You know, use your time to get what's going to work for you, and you'll be proud of your tool. And good for you. Good for you.
The other thing too is if you're planning on conceal carry, you need to make sure that the gun you choose is one that you can conceal carry.
Yeah.
Because you might feel really great shooting a judge, but you're not going to shove that down your pants. Well, you might, but I could never get away with that.
Yeah. Yeah, ladies have a hard time concealing guns.
Or you have to change the way you dress to hide what you're carrying.
Yes. Girls' shirts are not made for girls to carry, and it drives me crazy. I buy men's shirts because women's shirts are not cut to conceal carry at all. It drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Teresa said she's got a burst of 380 and she really likes it, but she figures a 9mm would be better to have. What are your thoughts on that, guys?
Shoot. As long as it's not 22, it's a 3380, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so Teresa, some history for you. 380 in Europe, and Verno and Marco can comment on this. It's referred to as a 9mm Kurtz, Kurtaz, which really means short 9mm. That's all it means. So up close, it's gonna hurt a lot. Yeah, it's gonna make that other person very unhappy. on impact. So, I mean, my opinion, go with what feels good to you. My wife has a SIG 380 that she really liked until she got the 365. That's really was her evolution to 9mm. But if you have the right, if you have the right platform and you're in trouble within 20, 30 feet, what matters is you can handle it the right way. And I'm sure Verno would agree. Like he said earlier,
Yeah.
you want to master that, whatever it is you are carrying.
Yeah, that's what it's going to come down to. And, when it comes to gunfighting, most gunfights, whether it's street, it's just 3 feet. That's putting all the logistics of FBI, street, all those letters. It's 3 feet is the normal gunfight range. You don't even need your front sight. You won't even have time to aim. So that's why I always make a big deal with my CWP classes. Always work on your draw. Always work on your draw. Always work on your draw. Because like I said, by the time you realize what's going on, you're more than halfway dead. Yes, sir. That's a fact. And if you're just standing there, like a gun range teaches you in a block, you're standing there. You're not practicing covering and firing. There's so much you got to learn within those 10,000 hours to develop myelin that needs to be weeded out. And you got to put in the work, man. You got to put in the work to be a gunfighter. You don't just buy a gun and you got a permit. Oh, I'm good. No, you're up against a guy like me that went south. Okay. I hope you're fast and I hope you're accurate. So that's how serious the gun game is. It's a life and death game. And whoever hits the target first, whether you're fist fighting, gun fighting, knife fighting, whoever hits the target first, that is the bottom line. Okay. I've been in the field for a long time and I've seen and tasted it all. So my experience, move and shoot, cover, keep firing, reload as fast as you can, because it's total chaos in the field. Total chaos. You don't even know what's going on. And if you're trying to figure out what's going on, you might already have been shot already. One of my gun students in June in Monk's Corner, he got into a gunfight with my training. It was a family dispute. He got hit with 2 rounds of 22, one in the ribs and one in the ankle. And he was just getting hit with a 22. And he bled like nobody's business. He filled up the whole porch. So a 22, even if it's a blast and you got a piece of nail that hits you, depending on where it hits you, you could bleed out even faster. So, so it's like, Verno, what's the best gun to get? Verno, what's the best round to get? Well, it comes down to placement of that round where it hits you. Like if I put a round in your throat, you ain't going to be talking anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be fireworks, okay? And I could just take my time and pow, But placement of those rounds, that's another thing. There's targets on the body that causes rapid incapacitation. When I teach the sharpshooter class or sniper, we shoot right here because we want to blow out the medulla oblongata. So you just lights out, you don't feel anything, and that's based off a 100-yard shot. So I might be going over your head, but I'm trying not to.
Dan said shoot, move, communicate.
Yeah, move on out. Yeah, you must have taken boot camp in the 90s. Good for you. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Dan said, you carry a gun to make holes. You better be carrying things to plug the holes, at least on yourself.
Yeah. There's whenever you say that, it just reminds me of the number one item that worked the best, that saved the most lives in Iraq and Afghanistan. Understand, I'm a crew chief in a Black Hawk helicopter as well as a Chinook helicopter. So I bring in the wounded with a 9-line medevac. So the combat action tourniquet, I don't have one in front of my face for some reason. But anyway, a combat action tourniquet. Oh, good. So a combat action tourniquet saved the most
Not here.
lives in the field because it stopped the bleeding. Okay, so if you were to
Yeah.
ever get shot in the field, stop the bleeding as fast as you can. Pack dirt in it. Put your knee into it if someone else got shot. You got to stop that bleeding, just like a balloon spitting out water. You got to stop that bleeding as fast as you can. Okay, you can't lose 2 liters of blood, or that's it. 2 liters of blood. 2 liters. Don't lose 2 liters.
It's funny. I was joking with Christy the other day. You know, I do a lot of skeet and sporting clays. That's been my thing the last few. As we get older, I'm like, I don't want to go running in the dirt. I'll go shoot the frisbees as they go by.
Right.
And I went to a range, and on my team, I have a guy who does big game hunting in Africa, a MARSOC guy.
Yeah.
And another jarhead, and then this very screwed up Coast Guard guy, right? So we've got experience, we're competent. And I went to one shoot, and I looked around, I said, there is not a single man with a first aid kit or a tourniquet here.
Yeah.
And we all looked, and there were 200 shooters there. And I said, some of these guys look like clowns. No, sir. That next shoot, I kid you not, I have a TQ, I have the ouch pouch on my pack. I go out, and that's on that buggy when we're driving around from station to station. It's got the Israeli inside.
Squared away.
I told the boys, look, you know where the kid is? Somebody goes down. Heck,
Right.
with our luck, you could fall off of the little shooting stand and get stuck in a cactus out here in West Texas, and now he's bleeding. It just blows my mind. Why would you have all these firearms and not a single medic anywhere?
Right. Exactly.
I can't compute that. So yeah, I decided I made myself the medic. I was a 68 whiskey, but I'll make do if I have to, you know.
Oh yeah, we're all professionals out there. We know how to handle it. Yeah, I'll have a kit as well. So it's a big yellow box with an orange tape with a cross on it. You can't miss it.
I'm sure that most of us actually will probably have med kits, if not one, multiples out there camping. We should be the most prepared group getting together. Most of us have seen, honestly.
Oh yeah.
With the community and how it is.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Guys, do we have any more questions in the chat? Put them in there. We've got
showing off,
about 13 minutes left. If you guys have questions, please pop them in. I'm petting the kitties. Sorry, guys.
No, Bentley got fixed this Friday, so he's angry at me. Well, he was beating everyone up, and he's picking fights. I'm like, okay, dude, look. But so now, but his buddy's wearing the cone of shame for picking on Bentley while he's stoned. So
you just got him home?
We got him home last night. He's still a little bit like pie-eyed, so he's salty with me. He gave me the stink eye, like, I don't know what you left me there for, Dad, but I'm not feeling right now. So
how many of you guys in the chat? I know I see a couple of you guys that are going to the meetup in October. I wish Pete could come, but he'd have to fly out. Pete's all the way in Texas.
Wow.
I'm in that part of Texas. If I keep going, I'm either in Arizona or New Mexico, or I'm in Mexico. Take your pick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tracy said I carry. Oh, it jumped on me. Tracy said, I carry stop bleed in my bug out bag and a tourniquet plus a first aid kit and chest seals. Been looking online on how to use them. Tracy, you're not going to be able to make it to the meetup either, are you? Because I think you're quite a ways away too, but there would have been people at this meetup that could have taught you those things. But I think you're quite a ways away too. Oh, okay. Tracy's in Florida, so she was going to come, but she's taking care of her parents right now. Okay.
Honorable.
Prepared Irishman carries a trauma kit.
Yeah, I've got to upgrade my kit.
Let's see. Verno, do you want to give out your contact information?
Sure. You can call me anytime. My number is published with SLED and Utah Bureau of Criminal Identification, so and NRA. So it's a national number.
I just put it up on the screen, but
Yeah.
if you guys have any questions and you want to get a hold of Verno, that is his phone number.
Verno, if I'm ever in South Carolina, I could use an upgrade from the old AIT training we had 25 years ago.
Not a problem.
My
Not a problem.
body armor was a flak jacket left over. I
Hey.
kid you not. We didn't have plate carriers.
Yeah, those plate carriers are stiff, man.
Yeah.
I still like the old school 90s TA50. It's fastest, it dissipates heat, easy to grab, easy to put on, fastest to put on. Still can't beat that system, man. It could take a beating with salt water all day long.
That's truth.
Compared to this Molly stuff. The Molly adds so much confusion. It's easier just to shoe goo it. That's how I did it. I'm old school, man.
Verno, Marcos.
Go ahead.
Marco's asking what type of weapons will be available to at the meetup to shoot.
We're going to start off with 22. And an example of that would be this box. Box.
Okay.
We can't handle weapons. Okay. But I bought two of these right here. It's a HK 416. We're going to be shooting that. And then we're going to be shooting a Glock 44, which is a mid-size frame Glock. And they're so much fun to shoot. And like I said, I'm going to bring a whole big box of ammo, like 10,000 rounds. And we're going to shoot like it's nobody's business.
I have an HK 416. That was my birthday gift last year from my wife.
Oh, bring
22. It. I love it.
I love it too.
It feels just like a real AR, but it goes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, bring that bad boy on the next round. But I'm gonna have two of these. I just bought two of them just for the special weekend. So we're gonna have these guys, HK 416, and it's gonna be so much fun. You're gonna have so much fun once you got the mechanics down. And if we could shoot steel, we'll make that steel ping all day, all night.
Are those the only two you're bringing for people to shoot?
Once I'm satisfied that everyone's shooting in the right direction and we're actually hitting good targets, then we'll move it up to the real 5.56 instead.
Okay, so those are the three?
Those are the three. And to include the AK and a shotgun, and I'll have plenty of ammo for that too.
Okay. Prepared Irishman, you need to bring your own food, your own water. There are no showers there, so bring some wet wipes or a way to clean yourself up if you don't want to be dirty for the weekend. There are porta potties there. If you take any medications, bring your medications. If you need a power source, bring some sort of power source. If you have a doggy, you are welcome to bring your doggy or doggies in my case. We picked our 3 up today. Let me see. I think that's all that you would need to bring. Oh, of course, shelter. So wherever you're going to sleep, make sure that you have somewhere to sleep or to sleep on. And I would bring a change of clothes for weather. Be prepared for any kind of weather because it is hurricane season. And though they don't get really necessarily hurricanes up there, if a hurricane does go through, we will get the rain and the wind from it. So be prepared for that. Just whatever you would bring camping to a normal camping trip, bring those same things. And it's October 13th, 14th, and 15th, guys. So if you want to sleep on the 15th and leave in the morning of the 16th, you are more than welcome to. Oh, sorry, I'm choking on my own spit. The next few months, here till late October, then coming back down in February. Okay, Tracy. Yeah, Tracy, I'm going to actually try to, if this meetup is a success, and I think it will be, we're going to try to start coordinating a second meetup, and the second one will be in the spring, I believe, Verno, we talked about. And
Yes.
it will be here in South Carolina. So once we get all the details of that and set up and so forth and get that going, that will be in South Carolina. So it'll be closer to the people down here in the South instead of going all the way up Northeast. And I'll keep you guys posted as we find those things out and get everything together for those. I'm scrolling through comments. I'm a little bit behind.
Yeah, folks,
like
I
Pete's
that
posted
place is-
Verno's
though.
website up in the chat somewhere. So if you want to reach out,
Yeah, just call me direct.
Oh, I have all those links. Whose website?
Yeah.
Marco's Verno's.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna post his website, guys, in the chat. That's Verno's website. Verno has a YouTube channel that he just started, so it literally has one short on it, guys. But I'm gonna post that also in the chat. Just don't expect to go on there and see a lot of videos there right now because he only has one short on there because he just started building it. This is Verno's email. Right here. And then if you all are wanting to go to the meetup and have not registered yet, that's the link for the meetup in October in Virginia. Oh, Virginia Bushcrafter. Hello, Virginia Bushcrafter is going to be at the meetup.
Hell yeah.
He's
I
going to
can't
be
wait to meet.
teaching some bushcrafting and some fire skills.
Fire skills is important.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm
Just
going to
like
try
water.
to, I'm not a very good teacher, but I'm going to do my best to try to teach some basics on herbs for medicinal purposes. And then there's the forging class, forging tour there by the owner. And a couple of other things that I can't think of at the moment because I'm trying to catch up on this chat. Let me see. That may be an 8-10 hour trip from Nashville area, so that would be good. Okay. I'm still scrolling. When you come to New York, Pete, let me know.
I'm in my garage. You can see from my background. It's nothing but my work desk. It's like a genius. I just throw everything on top of there. If you're
Who in
wondering
this
what's
chat?
back behind me,
Yeah, it's a mess.
it is a mess.
Tracy, do you hear Bentley or do you hear our puppies? We just got our puppies today, and we still have these abandoned kittens. You guys, those of you that donated towards helping me with these kittens, let me show you these kittens that you're helping real quick. Well, before this stream is up, these are these little baby kittens that were abandoned.
Mm.
Well, we don't know if they were abandoned. We think something happened to Mom during the last storm. But these are the little babies. I've been feeding them formula and doing things to make them go to the bathroom, which I'm not going to share that on here because it's really gross. And taking care of them. So I really want to thank you guys for helping me with these babies because we just got these puppies. Pete, you didn't have to do that. Not at all.
I forgot.
Thank you.
I meant to send you something, and I'm like, oh, the kittens, kitten support.
No, you're fine. I appreciate it because we just dropped the deposit on the puppies that we just got today. And Pete, if you stick around when I close this here in just a minute, you'll get to see the puppies, I'm sure. All right, you guys, let me post this. I'm going to post this link again for the StreamYard. I'm going to probably close this out. We've been going for about an hour. Verno, do you have anything else that you want to say that I missed?
I don't know. It's Saturday night. It's a party night. Everything's fine. We'll figure it out in the field.
Any last words for anyone out there? Like that wanna purchase guns, Verno? or
Purchase.
gun safety, anything like that? Come on, buddy.
No, just
Come on.
remember LMTT, loaded gun, muzzle control, trigger finger extended, target and beyond. That's paramount.
And this?
Front sight, rear sight, the relationship. Don't drop the relationship.
Pete, anything you want to say? Last words?
No, you guys be safe out there. It's just weird times, and learn from guys like Verno and Christy and Marco. I mean, all these great people. We're our own online community, so we need, learn, share as best you can, and take care of the kitties and the puppies.
Yes.
Yep.
And
My
rabbits.
final words, guys.
Yes.
Sorry, Pete, were you done?
No,
Okay. Marco, do you want to say any final words? Because you've been so talkative this stream. Nope. Okay.
I'm trying to be quiet so that the puppies don't go off.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you. Every single cent helps. I'm not even kidding you guys. Every cent helps. If Irishman wants to come back, Dan wants to come back. If you guys want to come back, the link is pinned at the top. You're more than welcome to come backstage like we did last weekend. Even after it closes, just click on that link before you close the window and you'll pop in here. And I can't wait to see these people that are in here. XNYC is going to be there. Irishman, I can't wait to meet you. Dan, I believe you are going to be there as well. Johnny, I don't think Johnny's still in the chat, but I'm looking forward to meeting him. And everybody be safe, be kind, love each other, help each other, and take in as many animals as you can. No, just kidding. Only take in as many as you can afford. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Bye. Much love. Mwah. Hit the thumbs up.